Hello everyone, I'm happy to share with you what I learned from the excellent little seminar that Lancel conducted during our last professional development, which is using video to flip classroom. So what is a flip classroom? It's a classroom that steps away from the traditional classroom where you are lecturing and the students are listening. As you know, it's not always easy to get their attention. We have a great variety of student learning and levels of abilities. So the flipped classroom is basically allowing the students to watch videos that you have created for them and to watch those at home or at the library and to work at their own pace while they're watching the video. They can replay, they can spend a little more time if necessary. I recommend using the Screencast-O-Matic software that Lancer uses, and it's actually very simple. It will help you prepare lessons for students to watch at home. You can record Google Slide presentations that you've already done for students who were absent, or just for those who need a little more time to process and are audio and visual learners. You can also use that little video for a sub to deliver a short instruction, and then it could be followed by practice. As you will see, we can mix a variety of sources, and that will really help engage the students and make them successful. So where do you go to find the software? Google, of course, and then you type Screen-O-Matic, and you normally would arrive at this page here. The one that you saw was because I had my account open. So really, you'll see it's simple. You just start recording. But I recommend that you follow the instructions that I included in the Google slide as a link. It's a full tutorial you will see. You can also go to the tutorial that are provided on this site, and you have a variety of videos here to help create your lessons. So what is the difference between the free version and the pro feature that you will see on the site? It's a different in length. The pro feature doesn't have a limitation, whereas the free feature is 15 minutes. And they both have a screen and webcam recording. And there are some more opportunities to save and publish for the pro features, but the free feature allows you to publish on YouTube and to save it as a video file. So I think that will work just fine for you. So we're back to the little Google slide presentation here, where I included the video that Lance created to give examples on how to create lessons. And we'll be listening to him for a couple of minutes, and you'll see what a great job he did, and maybe that will also inspire you to do the same.
Hello everyone, and so if you're thinking about flipping your classroom or doing any kind of instructional video where the students are going to watch those videos outside of class time, there's a few things that you're going to want to keep in mind. And one of those things, as this picture implies, is you don't want to lose your kids. You don't want to leave anybody behind. And one of the ways that's likely to happen is if you think that they saw your video, but they didn't. And so we want to have a system of accountability in place for that. And we also want to have a way we can ask them questions and check for their understanding, and an outlet for them to ask us questions about the material that they just saw. And what I've personally found is that typically the questions that come in from video world are deeper. You know, there's a little bit more think time. And so I get questions from kids that might not normally ask questions in class. And then what I can do is I can answer those questions live in the classroom, and it builds kind of a bridge from video world back to the classroom, which is nice. And so the way I found that is an effective way to do all three of those things is through a Google form. And I'm going to show you how to make one of those in just a moment. But first, for those of you considering doing a content based instruction video, there's a couple things that I wanted to offer you. And so I've got a little sample video I wanted to do for you, or sample lecture. And I call this Economy 101, Why Are Things So Expensive? So this is just for fun. I thought it might be kind of interesting. But consider that picture there. Would we ever pay $100 billion for 3 eggs in the United States? Could we get to that level? This is a picture from Zimbabwe back in the 90s. And so if you're doing you're setting up your lecture, I would definitely have an objective and be really clear about that. And so maybe you've got your what, your how, and your why. The how, of course, is this is direct instruction. That's the nature of what we're doing. But in case you're wondering what the why is for this one, I used to teach a chemistry class, and one of the first labs we would do, we called it the alchemy lab. And the alchemists were the first chemists, and they were also the first counterfeiters. And what they try to do is make different things into gold, especially lead. And so what we do with the students is we would try and make pennies, turn pennies into gold.
So you can watch the entire video from Lance on the Google slide that I will share with you. And he also explains how to create Google Forms. So as he said, you want to make sure that the students can be held accountable for the work and watching that video. And the Google Form is really an easy way to add that to the video. They can be uploaded at the same time, and the students can just do that after they watch the video. So please look at this one, and if you have any questions, of course, I can always help you. But the Google Forms, I think most of you already know how to use them, and if you don't, I'm happy to help you too if the video is not clear enough. So I was looking for a little sample lesson to find just an example how you can have content extraction here, like adverbs formation. And this one is very simple, it's not very glamorous, but it does the job, and that's easy to give the students the handout in class, or just, as I said, upload the Google form so they can practice what they have learned after watching the video. So here, let's listen to that one for a minute or two, and you will see that actually you do not have to recreate a lot of the materials. There are so many sources available online.
When we're using adverbs in Spanish, they work essentially like they do in English. And in English, our adverbs generally end in ly. For example, quickly or professionally. In Spanish, our adverbs generally end in mente. So when we're forming, we need to start with the feminine form of an adjective, and then we add mente. So if we wanted to say perfectly, for example, we would say perfecta, which is our feminine adjective of perfect, and then add mente. Perfectamente. Wow, it's pretty easy. All right, so what if we wanted to say, for example, intelligently? He speaks intelligently. Well, how do we say intelligent? And that is the feminine form of the adjective, and then we will add mente. Inteligentemente. Let's try another one. Let's say, we'll go back to our original example, quickly or rapidly. So we have rapido, put it into its feminine form, and we're going to add mente. Now, if your original adjective has an accent, then it conserves the accent when you add the mente. Well, how do we use them? Generally, we place the adverb after the verb. So we have perfectly. He works perfectly. He works perfectly every day.
So this is just a simple video, but of course you can find all kinds of videos that are a little more engaging with songs, with colors and movement. But this one does the trick, and it's perfect. For example, if you're not here and you want the sub to show that video, and then you're sure that the students at least get that. So besides the tutorials that can be found on the Screenomatic site, I found this one very useful. So I put the link there. You can also go on YouTube and find other tutorials to do that. I also added the resources about Flip Classroom and blending learning that were provided by Lance. So here that's the end of my little presentation. As you noticed, I forgot to turn off my phone. So when you do that, when you do your little videos, make sure that you turn it on silent because you may be having some surprises. So if you have any questions, I'm still starting, as you can see. It took me a couple of hours actually to get that together. But once you get going, you know exactly what to do, what not to do. I believe it's easy. And you can start with simple things, as I said. Start with just a Google slide presentation and then assign work. And that's already a lot because you can address people who are absent or people who need to go over and hear you. Because it's one thing to add the presentation on the website, which is what I've done. All my PowerPoint presentations are available for kids, but sometimes they like to hear your voice and to hear as well as sing. So I'm gonna leave it there, and please come to see me if you have any questions. I hope that you will be inspired to use this great tool.